Welcome back to Go. I am here with the manager of the Cheese Encounter, Matt Wilkins. Now, Matt, we're calling you the manager, but you're basically the cheese guy. You know everything about it, everything in here.
You can call me whatever you want. It's all good.
Now, how do you know so much about cheese?
A lot of it has to do with research. When we first opened, neither Doug nor I knew a ton about cheese per se, so obviously when you get into the cheese industry, you need to learn quick. So we've done a lot of reading and a lot of tasting and just all sorts of kind of research. And I've gone to Italy and France and always kind of thinking about it and always trying stuff out. So I mean, there's so much knowledge to be gained that never really stop learning, and I don't think that you can truly ever know it all with something like this.
Well, I know the first time I walked into the Cheese Encounter, I was overwhelmed because I had no idea there was this many different types of cheeses, and you even said earlier that this is just scratching the surface.
Totally, and it's understandably overwhelming. I mean, even at this point, I think we find ourselves being overwhelmed sometimes. So we try our best to be as knowledgeable as possible and as helpful as possible. When you're introducing people to new stuff, it's definitely the way to go. And of course, there's the best way to do things is just to try it out, because you can describe taste as much as you want, but at the end of the day, the best way to describe how something tastes is to have a little bite yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that. Now, this is the first cheese that we're going to talk about today. What is this one?
This is a cheddar cheese made in Prince Edward Island. They call this one Avonlea Clothbound Cheddar. It's made with raw milk, which means they don't cook the milk to a certain degree. A lot of cheese in production today is made with pasteurized milk. I find it's more flavorful if the milk is not pasteurized. It's also aged in cloth, which allows the cheese to breathe as it ages. So it develops quite a bit of flavor that wouldn't develop otherwise. So
how long would this be aged for?
This one goes for about 1.5 years. And it comes, this is not a huge piece right here, but it comes in a big giant tower, and it's quite impressive.
Now, how long would it? You said it's been aged for 1.5 years. How long would this last?
This
cheese lasts forever.
In theory, can keep going forever. I mean, they could age it and age it and age it, and it'll just continue to get more and more dry. So the more moisture that's kind of leaching out is, in essence, what's happening. So it's slowly drying out. Really, it's a controlled rot, basically, okay. Which sounds gross, but it's actually, as you know, ends up with a nice, beautiful product.
If it works for cheese, why not? Now, how does this one taste? Like, what does it taste like?
It's got that kind of definite classic cheddar cheese flavor, like an aged cheddar that a lot of people are familiar with. I like this one in particular just because it has sort of like the flavor of soil almost. You can really taste the environment that it was aged in, and that's one of the benefits of aging it in the cheesecloth itself.
Okay, now I know cheddar is one of my favorite cheeses, and Gouda is one of my favorite cheeses. But my palate has not tasted a lot of different types of cheddars. So
sure.
I would love to try this one.
Certainly.
So when you're serving cheddar, is this the best way to do it? Is to use one of these cutters?
I personally prefer to serve cheese just in a little piece with a knife. It tends to look the nicest, in my opinion. And you know what? It's just kind of an easy, trouble-free way to serve something. This definitely helps if you want to taste something. We like to use it just because it gives us a nice controlled little piece for people to try.
Oh, that is really good. That's really nice. It's really dry. Like
yes,
there's very little moisture in it at all.
Definitely. So you can see what I mean there about the taste being familiar, but at the same time has a little bit of that sort of kind of stranger taste to it.
Wow, it is very, very good. Well, Matt, thank you so much, and I look forward to coming back with you later on in the show and trying some more cheese.
My pleasure.
Great. There's more coming up on Go.